Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another show. It is Geekonomics. Yes, Brian's beard is getting extremely long. Looks like a young Scott Riak.
Who?
Who's in our group knows that. Scott Riak from Public Access. You know Scott. Camera guy, Public Access. You've met him before.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he has a very long beard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark, it's been a very long time since I've been in Enfield Public Access.
I just saw him yesterday. That's why it made me think of it. That's all. So, anyways, welcome to the show, everybody. We're here. We have a lot to talk about. We have an Ant-Man trailer that came out. A bunch of shows that are going on. I'm assuming there's other things Brian had watched. I have a little bit of news I don't know if Brian knows about. We're going to see if he's heard about it yet. Because there's an interesting movie coming that starts production in June. So all that and more here at Geekonomics. How you doing, Brian? How are things with you?
I am doing good, Marcus. I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I think I read something that starts in June. I can't place my finger on it.
Okay.
But save it for the news.
Yes.
So my week, Marcus, I finished Mythic Quest Season 3, and I think Season 3 ended better than it began. And I now we were supposed to talk about the season, so you got to finish it.
I know. As one show, like we talked right before the show started, Apple TV Plus is that one streaming service that I forget about all the time. It's like I'm like thinking of things like, oh, what can I watch? I'm looking to watch something, and I'm like, oh, Mythic Quest, and then I'll be like, oh, but I'm screwing through my apps that I've used recently, and there's like, oh, there's 3 other apps before that are other things I'd rather watch. So,
well, anyway,
it's like Mythic Quest. I can get to it. It's like 20 minutes. I'll blow through it.
It was good.
It's fine.
I think Season 4 will be the final season. Without spoiling anything, come to find out they renewed for Season 3, and now if you are in the know with streaming stuff, generally shows don't go past Season 3. They usually get canceled, or they are allowed to finish on their own. And they were renewed for Season 3, but they said they'll only do Season 3 if they can get renewed for Season 4. So they said sure. So it makes a lot of sense that this season is a very set up season for Season 4.
For the finale.
And you'll see that in the final episode. I will stop talking about it.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
And Apple's like classic for 3 seasons and done. That's like their MO kind of.
No, that's streaming services in general.
I know, but Apple especially, they really like lean into that. Like every show I've watched on Apple has only been 3 seasons. I don't remember any that have gone over that on Apple.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of shows that started and finished on Apple TV.
Yeah,
but,
I think Lasso is the only one that's like extra. I know.
Well, Ted Lasso was their biggest hit.
Yeah, that's ending next season. That's their 4th. So
yeah, I mean, I think most shows don't need to go on that long.
And especially when you like have a show like these shows are doing now, having bigger name stars in them, it's tough to drag them out longer than a couple seasons.
Yeah, and you can tell a great story condensed.
They also have like other stuff going on, so it's like it's hard to fit in a TV show.
Yeah,
it's basically a movie at this point.
I mean, in England they have been doing stuff like that. A season's only like 5 episodes, and it ends in 3 seasons.
Yeah, like Letterkenny's like 6-7 episodes.
Yeah, so that's my other thing. I finished season 11 of Letterkenny. Holy shit. My favorite episodes were the middle.
Yeah.
Episode 1 was, I gotta rewatch it. It wasn't my favorite, but I loved everything in between. The final episode, they left me wanting more. I was like, holy shit.
It took forever to get to a fight. I'm like, what the hell? That's what this whole show's for.
They don't always
fight. Part of the show is when they fight.
It's actually my least favorite. I mean, I like when they fight, but I
just like the montages they do before they get into the fights. That's the thing I like the gathering of the crew kind of thing.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
But there was a through line with this season, and I don't want to ruin it for whoever, but it's a great season. I absolutely loved it. I probably will rewatch it again. Like
Chip's episode, one of the best episodes they ever did.
See, I'm opposite. It
I
was
love the
not,
chip.
it was least my least favorite.
It was awesome.
My least favorite. But I gotta rewatch it. I don't think I was prepared for it. I liked the Last Dog episode. I liked the
Yes, that was
influenza episode.
Yep, that was good.
Nudes was my favorite.
Yes.
The season finale was really good. Don't Be That Guy.
Yes.
Was really good.
Agent.
Yeah, there was
Agents.
but the Chips one, I think I'm gonna rewatch that one. But man, it's sad. It went so quickly.
Yeah.
I hope we get a special holiday themed episode this year. And before the pandemic, they were putting 2 seasons out a year. So I hope we get.
I think they're gonna slide back into that.
I hope we get season 12 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Well, that would make sense because season 11 came out at Christmas time.
Yeah.
But I hope maybe in the middle of the summer we get something. I don't know.
Or Shorzy season 2.
Yeah, Shorzy season 2 would be amazing.
That was great. The Shorzy episode.
Yeah. So many classic episodes. This season was really on fire.
They bring their girlfriends to the beer league game.
Yeah. That was great.
Well, the fact that even though that we all know that he's Shorzy, they don't show Shorzy in Letterkenny. You only see his face in his show.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I was like, we know who you are.
Yeah, but they've never shown his face. So
I know. I love how they're keeping with the bit. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. That's so good.
Yeah.
And I started 2 shows. I started Chainsaw Head on Hulu. It's an anime. It's really good.
I see it pop up on Hulu all the time. And I'm like, I can't. That's just too.
So, elevator pitch. It is about a demon hunter
with a chainsaw head.
No. So they're a group of demon hunters, and the chainsaw head. He's a simple drifter, kind of like a homeless kid. He's got a pet, and the pet is this little cute dog with a chainsaw sticking out of its head, and it's like a little. So eventually, he says, "If I ever die, could you possess me?" And because these little creatures can possess and keep him alive. Well, in the first episode, this happens. He has a pull cord on his chest, and when he pulls it, he turns into Chainsaw Head. But then he gets enlisted in the Demon Hunters Guild. So now he's a demon hunter with this power, and he is new to society because he's been homeless his whole life. And he gets a crush on one of the girls, and his big motive is, I just want to touch her boobs. It is so bizarre.
Sounds like a show right up your alley, Brian.
Oh, it's hilarious. It's gory, it's fun, it's a great anime, it's very perverse. But it's funny. It's not dubbed, it's subtitled. So Allison is listening to me watch this, and I'm giggling at some of the lines, and she's like, well, what'd it say? And I have to tell her what it said.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. I love the animation style. It's a great story. I mean, I haven't gotten into an anime since watching all of Cowboy Bebop, so it's kind of cool. After this, I'll probably check out the one on Netflix based off of Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I've heard great things about that, so I'll check that out. And then this has been on my list of shows to watch for years. And recently, it's on Hulu. And recently, I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And I'm enjoying it. I started watching Buffy. And I like it. So,
come to Geekonomics where you get all the hot takes on all the newest shows.
Hey.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Josh Whedon's first thing he ever did.
You rewatched MASH and Cheers.
Well, I know. So, it's just kind of like out of the blue.
I have been interested in checking it out to see if I liked it.
You never watched Buffy when it was first on?
No, I was in high school when it first started. And then afterwards, I moved out. I didn't have cable, nor was I home.
It wasn't even on cable. It was on regular TV.
I didn't have TV when
If you had rabbit ears, you could watch it.
I wasn't home, Mark. I wasn't home a lot. I was always working or out. I wasn't home.
Okay.
So anyway, I'm 3 episodes in. I'm really enjoying it. I understand the camp. Like sometimes it feels like a Sam Raimi, like
Yes.
back in the day.
It gets way teeny boppier as it gets into it. It gets all like once the angel stuff happens and all, it gets very.
I haven't
schmaltzy.
gotten, yeah, I haven't gotten there yet, but
The spike angel thing.
I am enjoying the first couple episodes so far. I do like
Yeah.
it.
I actually enjoyed the show Angel more than I liked the show Buffy, which is a weird take, but I did.
I've never heard you say you watched Buffy.
I did. Yeah. When it was out, I watched it. Yeah.
Well, I'm enjoying it for what it is. I know my mindset has to be like this came out in
Why'd you douche girl?
'96.
I mean, come on.
Well, she wasn't in it.
Yeah, she was.
Not till way later.
I know. But still. Sarah Michelle Gellar. Come on.
Yeah. But anyway.
Easy on the eyes, as the kids would say.
So I started that. Those 2 shows I started.
Allison Hannigan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's about it for me, Marcus. I mean, what have you, anything, I know the New England Patriots lost, which has got to be a heartbreaker.
Well, I mean, they weren't that great to begin with, so I wasn't expecting much out of them, but, you know, whatever. Football's still going on. There's still other games to watch, so that'll get me through till baseball season. Well, hockey's going on too, and basketball, but I don't really watch basketball. But anyways, yeah, just kind of just watching. What did I just watch recently? Oh, I finished Wednesday. I watched that for the show.
You watched what? Wednesday?
Wednesday on Netflix.
Yeah, how was it?
Family thing. It wasn't bad. It's if you go into it like focusing more on the mystery part of it, it's good. I didn't need to I wasn't there for the teeny bopper stuff. That kind of side story, which is kind of crazy. But like it was a fun monster show. They did a good job.
It was the number one. It was like it beat out. It was like probably number 1 or number 2 Netflix of the biggest Netflix shows of the year last year. So
yeah. And Gwendolyn Christie's in it, and she's amazing. So
I'll have to check it out.
Well, yeah. So watch that. I'm trying to think what else I watched. You got me all. I don't know why. Like my brain just like turned off for a second. Just been taking care of Claire. That's been the most thing. So watching stuff she wants to watch with her. So a lot of Schitt's Creek. We're almost through that. My second time through.
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing really. Making sure Claire's okay and taking care of her and keep an eye on her.
Yeah,
I wasn't watching much of anything.
And we both did not participate in D&D this weekend, sadly.
We did not, which I heard was an epic battle.
It sounds like a lot of it's like first I couldn't make it, you couldn't make it, and then poor Rocky, it sounded like he had to leave early.
Yeah, Stephanie had the flu. Yeah.
And they got the kids, so it makes things difficult. And they had the market the next day, which Rocky had to run.
Yeah.
Because Stephanie's too sick.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, it sounds like it's going to be an interesting podcast when it drops, because I will definitely be listening to it.
Yeah, because I don't know anything that happened. So it'll be fun to pay attention because we're off on a side quest, you and I, from what I understand.
Oh, John did give us information in our group chat.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yes. He gave us for people who listen to our D&D, he gave us a thing. He says, for those that missed the ending of this week. Oh, so this is for maybe Rocky.
Yeah, because Rocky had stuff, not us. Because Rocky left, so he was there from the beginning.
Well, you must have read it because you actually responded.
Yeah, I thought you meant like he had said something about what we were doing. I know he said something to Rocky about what Rocky was doing.
Gotcha. Anyway, so Bobby, thank you for doing the show. I will definitely be listening. I hope you'll have it out before the next, which is February 18th.
Something like that, yeah.
I will definitely. I really was looking. Yeah, February 18th. I was really looking forward to it. just life happens. So
I guess that means I got to do Valentine's Day the weekend before Valentine's this year. Then
what are you talking about?
because that's the week and after Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is on a Tuesday this year.
Yes. Isn't that Claire's birthday?
It is. So that's why I got to do it the weekend before, not the weekend after. So I got to adjust my planning.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks to figure that out. I'm sure you have plenty of time.
No, yeah, I'm just saying, yeah.
And you don't even know, will Claire still be laid up a little bit? I mean,
Hopefully not. Hopefully she's at least on the
crutches
recovery at that point.
Yeah.
Or on a walking boot by then.
Right. So, but anyway, thank you, Bobby, and
Yes.
the rest of the D&D gang. We have to do it no matter what, because Bob only has this every 6 weeks. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that we're doing it this way. I kind of like the fact that if one of us misses it, we still have to continue, because I felt like that was the biggest drawback when it came to doing it at Cox a long time ago.
Yeah.
One of us couldn't make it. We all just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And it became a scheduling nightmare.
Yeah.
And I think we have such a big party now that we can.
Yeah, you can drop a couple, and it's not like we can drop 3 people and still be able to go because you still have 4 other people that are playing. So
yeah, so it's nice. So
yeah,
I did miss the guys. I miss seeing everybody, but we'll be back in February 18th.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And adjust your
hopefully life doesn't occur again and we didn't have any issues. So
adjust your Valentine's Day doings.
Well, it's more like letting you know as well, because I know you have a Valentine that you need to take care of. So
we don't. We're over Valentine's.
What? Romance is already gone, Brian. It's only a couple years in. That's sad. I hate to say
Mark, we've been together for since 2009.
That doesn't mean you can't do Valentine's Day.
Wow, how the tables have turned. If you go back 5 years, Valentine's Day sucks. It's the stupid
holiday. I didn't have a Valentine 5 years ago.
I mean,
when you're single, Valentine's Day blows.
Yeah. And listen,
I only met Claire literally 6 years ago.
I am happy that also it's Claire's birthday. So you can't skate out of it.
I can't get away with it. I can't get away with not doing something.
And listen, I'm happy for people who are into Valentine's Day. Personally, we get each other a card, and that's about it. I mean,
Just an old married couple now. That's all. That's what that is.
We do stuff for each other
every married couple status.
We do stuff for each other every day. We don't need a day to tell us.
One of those people now.
Yeah,
we show our love all year round.
Well, you should.
I know you should, but it's
I don't need a day. I don't need Hallmark to tell me what day I should be nice to my lady.
St. Valentine's Day was around before Hallmark showed up. I don't know what people say that. It's so annoying. It's like
you used to say that. You used to say that.
I know. I was single and bitter.
Well, I'm saying we don't really we used to do stuff every Valentine's, and now we're just kind of like we'll have dinner in, or maybe we'll go somewhere, but it's not a big deal. It's like whatever. It's a day. It's literally a day.
Well, it's Claire's birthday. That's what we really should be celebrating.
That's what you guys should be celebrating.
So we do celebrate. Yeah.
All right. I'm not judging you. I'm just telling you.
It makes it a lot easier. There's way more gifts to give her because it's Valentine's Day. So there's more stuff out and more stuff on sale. So it makes out for make it like a bandit. That's what it boils down to. I don't have to worry about forgetting it because it's a holiday that is mentioned often. So
right.
Good planning on my part, I like to say.
Yeah. But we'll figure it out. And then in February, Marcus, we'll start promoting this right now. February 26th, East of the River Comic Book Convention. We are back. February 26th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. 9 a.m. is early bird, 10 p.m. 10 a.m.
I'm going to the deep thing now. It's a month away. We don't even have to go.
We're getting close. Close.
You were just saying 4 weeks is a long time to plan stuff, and now you're saying it's closed for the show.
It is closed for the show.
Even weeks after St. Patrick's.
We gotta get a move on. Come on.
Valentine's Day, I should say.
Hey, when's the Super Bowl, huh?
5th of February.
Holy crap.
Even before that, a bigger holiday for some nerd folk. The 28th of January is Royal Rumble, my favorite pay-per-view that WWE does all year round.
There you go. Royal your Rumble, baby.
Royal Rumble, man. It's like, even since I've been a kid, it's been the greatest biggest thing I watch every year.
Maybe I'll put it on in the background.
Yeah, Peacock, you can.
I do have Peacock.
Yeah.
But I cannot get into wrestling as an adult. I just can't do
Royal
it.
Rumble's like the best one to get into because it's just like 30 people come in every 2 minutes. A guy comes in.
I know how Royal Rumble works. I used to watch as a kid.
Yeah, it's the best.
I put on wrestling one time randomly, and it was just some asshole yelling into the screen. I was like, is this Royal Rumble or is this a 24-hour news network? Because his voice was annoying. His face was annoying. I was like, shut up.
Yeah, that's probably his character. It's supposed to be that way.
It was horrible. I was like, how do people watch this? This is like the worst.
It's an adult. It's a male soap opera. That's what I equate it to.
It really is. It's a male soap opera.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Royal Rumble is coming up, huh?
It is. Yep.
I did see it on Peacock. I did see the ads. Yeah. All right, Marcus. What's the big news? What's filming in June? Because I feel like I'm going to know this as soon as you say it. I'm like, I do that.
So, a show we both enjoy from years gone by. I just rewatched it again recently. It's amazing.
I already know.
That we've been talking about, and you've been saying it for a while now. You're waiting for it to happen. It's been announced by Joe McHale, the lead of the show, that starting in June, they're starting production on the Community movie.
Yes. I hope everyone's involved. There's been rumors.
The majority of the cast is returning. I could see of course, no Chevy Chase.
Well, yeah, he died. So
yeah.
Not Chevy Chase, but his character.
Yes, and I could see possibly no Donald Glover returning. His character leaves the show and is not heard from again after that.
Well, because he was off doing his own thing. His show was over. Atlanta had ended, so I feel like he could be back. There was rumors that what's her name who plays Shirley?
Nicole Yvette Brown.
Yeah, that supposedly she had said she hadn't been asked back, but I also don't know if these have been misdirect. Also, they don't start shooting until June, so things can happen between now and June.
Oh yeah.
So I am excited. I'd probably give the series a rewatch prior to the movie just because it's one of my all-time favorite sitcoms. I love it. I love that.
Yeah. And Mythic Quest is over. Daniel Putty has time, so.
Well, they're still doing season 4.
I know, but the season's over, so he has time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's great on Mythic Quest.
It's awesome. It's awesome transition from his other character to be such a different opposite.
Yeah, to be a total dick.
Yeah,
he's good at it. He's so good at anything he does, really.
Yeah.
And he doesn't age. He looks
exactly the same.
Yeah, he looks exactly the same. Yeah, I am so excited. I hope the whole cast shows up. I hope Dan Harmon did say, don't expect like the paintball episode level of movie. He's like, keep expectations low. It's not going to be like the paintball episode. It's not going to be like one of those bigger episodes that Russo brothers directed. So it would be great if the Russo brothers were involved somehow.
I would assume they'd be involved a little bit somewhere. They were a big part of the show, so it'd be hard not to have them involved somewhat.
I mean, how cool would it be if they got?
I bet if there was like a part of the movie that was the paintball episode, like if paintball was involved somehow or some way. If you have 2 hours, you have about 2 hours to fill. You could fill it.
I want them to do something new. I don't want to be
a bit of it could be the paintball episode.
We're not getting. I don't want to rehash. I don't. I want new. That's the great thing about Community. They always did new things. They didn't. The only season is when Dan Harmon got fired, and it was season 5, or season 5 or 4, because Dan Harmon came back and he finished it off. But it was that one season Dan Harmon got fired. No, he was back for that one.
So I'm saying, when he's back for the Yahoo ones, it was more. Even like a Spectre, like if they do like a Inspector, whatever it is, Time Machine or whatever it was.
I want those. You know what?
Rip off a little bit of that.
What's away with something new and fresh?
Yeah.
Right? Have you ever seen when they did the live reading of the episode when Chevy Chase he died and he gives out gifts to everybody? They did a live reading on Zoom during
the pandemic. No,
you ever see that?
I think I did see it. Yes, yeah.
So Walter, I don't
remember much of it, but I remember watching it.
Walter Goggins is in that episode because he's the lawyer who's handing out like everyone's getting things.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, they had Pedro Pascal play that character on Zoom, and Pedro Pascal could not stop laughing because he didn't know what he's getting himself into when he has to hand out containers of sperm to everybody.
Yes.
And one of them, I forget who, they still had the prop they stole from.
Oh, wow.
And they held
Probably Mikhail.
It wasn't Mikhail. It was one of the others.
Oh.
I think it was Alison Brie.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But it is hilarious. It might still be on YouTube. It's really funny. It's fun to check out.
Yeah, so finally we get 6 seasons in a movie.
6 seasons. Yeah, and it's going to be on Peacock.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Peacock. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to make it to the theater. It's going to be
no.
direct to Peacock thing.
Right. So that is awesome. All right, Marcus. The Ant-Man trailer dropped yesterday.
But all the news? There's no other news?
I got no.
Yeah. You got nothing?
Well, I'm this Sunday. My anticipation for The Last of Us has grown as the first season is already getting rave reviews. I am pumped. 9:00. I am there on HBO.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Well, you already said you're going to watch it.
Yeah.
Every week, you said you're going to watch it with me.
Yeah.
So that's my most anticipated thing of the year.
We get some other trailers that I'm surprised you're not going to talk about. You got the trailer for Renfield, the Nick Cage as Dracula movie.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
It's like a direct ripoff of What We Do in the Shadows.
Well, I'm watching it, and I enjoyed what I saw, and I love Nick Cage. It's a comedy, and I'm down for it. But I was like, wow, I just feel like I've seen a lot of this already done in What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a direct ripoff of What We Do in the Shadows.
Well, it's not a direct ripoff. I mean,
it's pretty close.
It's very reminiscent of some characters in What We Do.
It's not going to have like the mockumentary style of it.
No.
I mean, more like just a regular story kind of thing, but
it's about Renfield.
Very much like, it's like based on the
based on nothing.
Well, I mean, it's focused. It seems like it's going to be focused more on his familiar than he is on.
Yeah, that's why it's called Renfield, Mark.
Exactly.
The movie's literally called Renfield.
Yes.
So it's based on Renfield and how he wants. It's in modern times. Nicolas Cage plays Dracula. Renfield basically is like, I want to. I can't do this anymore. I need to get away from my master. And he tries to explain to people, and people are like, "What?"
Yeah.
Aquafina is in it. She should be good. I mean, the cast looks great. I definitely would. I don't know if I'll see it in the theater. Might be a home release for me.
Yeah, it's definitely a direct to streaming watch.
I want it to surpass my expectations because my expectations right now are kind of low. That I just feel like I've seen it already, and I hope when I see the movie, it's very different. So I have mixed feelings about it. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
The
other one that dropped, which I know you're excited for, Evil Dead Rise, got its first Red Band trailer.
Mark, no joke. This is the first trailer to give me a nightmare. No joke. I wish I was kidding. I saw that trailer that night. I had a nightmare, which I haven't had a nightmare in years. With that mother deadite.
Yeah.
And it woke me up. And I was like, shit. And that was a good trailer. I am down. We were talking in our chat, John and me. We saw the last one together. And I remember Rocky was leaving, and Rocky didn't give me a look. And I was like, oh God, don't.
Remember this story. He came out stone faced. And you're like, why is Rocky not giving you any emotion whatsoever?
Well, I was afraid I know how Rocky can be. And I was afraid if he like gave me a look, I would be like, no, like I didn't want to know what his thoughts were.
So he's super critical of things.
But we both enjoyed it. This looks really good. Bruce Campbell came out of retirement. No, I'm kidding when I say that. He came out on social media. He gave out a teaser. He's a producer on the film. He said, tomorrow we're getting the trailer. We got it. It blew me away. I am down. I hope we can get a crowd to go because this movie looks like a lot of fun. I'm definitely excited for it.
I'm excited to hear what you think about it.
All right.
So it gives you nightmares. I'm never watching it. So
I got a nightmare from it. It's weird.
I saw that part of the trailer and didn't do anything for me. I was like, oh, whatever.
Well, if you saw the teaser, there's that day before piece, it really wasn't anything.
Okay.
But in the Red Band trailer, so there's a family and the mom gets possessed and the kids are like, they're looking through a peephole and you can see the mom. It's just creepy. Creepy. Yeah, it's good. Exactly what I want.
No one gets their hand chopped off and doesn't have to attach a chainsaw to it. What's the point?
Well, unlike most media, they like to change it up and show us something different, which is great. Because I don't see this thing rehashed over and over. What's the point? Like Halloween Kill. I'm like, okay, it's the same thing. Laura Strode against Mike Myers, yippity kippity. I don't give a shit.
But is it like, since I've never seen the newer versions of this, is there like a main character in it that fights Deadites? Or is it just like random stories with Deadites in it?
The Necronomicon gets passed, someone ends up reading it, and then the Deadites come out. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And then you have one person who will become the badass to kill said Deadites.
Yeah. But it's a different person each one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you want the
not like a main person like the original ones with Bruce Campbell.
Right.
It's a different person each one.
But you can watch the Evil Dead show, which was 3 seasons of awesomeness.
No, I know. I'm just asking about the new movies. That's all.
Right. The movies the book.
The book is the main character.
Is the character that gets passed around. Okay. But if you want the rest of Bruce Campbell's story, you watch the Evil Dead show.
It's amazing.
Which it ended in such a he wakes up in the super future.
Yeah.
It's like what the hell? Yeah. And it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Very much in the vein of the show. This is very much in the vein of the last movie.
Yeah. Was there any other trailers? I think those are the 2 big ones.
Well, you got like that Gran Turismo trailer came out.
I didn't see it.
And the whatever the You People one is for Jonah Hill's movie.
I haven't seen it. I mean, those are the only 2 trailers I watched was Renfield and so. But what we should go into Ant-Man because you don't have much time.
Yes.
The Ant-Man trailer dropped. My first reaction was, damn, this looks good. And I really hope they're not giving us the 3rd act in this trailer because I feel like they give us a lot.
No, I don't feel like they gave us I think they hinted at something that could happen. And if it does, it's going to be very heartbreaking.
But I feel like in Marvel, it's a misdirect. I think we're getting misdirected on something here.
Yes.
Because for Marvel,
they're trying to tell you that there's a chance that Ant-Man's going to die in this.
Possibly.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I think it's a misdirect.
Yeah. Because the way that trailer sets it up, there's like, it seems like it's heading in that direction. That Kang's gonna gradually go through and just kill everybody.
Well, we know that. Well, no. Okay, so
This version of Kang is going to be the one that's like the killer version of Kang.
We don't. So, okay. The trailer sets it up like this. Ant-Man, I need your help to do this thing. And
well, I think, yeah, because what they said,
we don't know what the thing is.
Off the first trailer, they set it up as his daughter gets sucked into the quantum realm.
Well, they all do.
Yes, but they get separated, and he can't find his daughter. But he runs into Kang, who says he can help him find his daughter.
I don't know if we know that.
Well, I think that was for the first trailer.
The first trailer, they all get sucked in together, and they're holding each other, and they go, "Where are we?"
Well, they do that one part where they're flying through the teleportation thing to quantum realm, and like their hands like separate. I think that's hinting at them saying like they get separated, and he needs to find her inside the quantum realm. And the like, Michelle Pfeiffer's character is the one that has to like help them find her and like knows the terrain kind of thing. And
well, she was in there.
Yeah. And then like he runs into Kang, and Kang says, "I'll get you your daughter, or find you your daughter if you."
Well, he doesn't say any of that in the trailer.
No, but I mean, I'm thinking that's the way that's going to go.
There, in my opinion, I don't see that it shows them all together a lot. And it shows like I feel like if his in this trailer, it's pretty black and white. He basically, in my opinion, if you watch a trailer, this new one, it's like, I can give you your time back that you missed.
Those 5 years that you lost or whatever.
Right. I can give you, and then we see Scott Lang split into two.
Yeah.
And he basically says to him, like, and they show flashbacks of him at the birthday parties he missed.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's tugging at Scott Lang's heartstrings, saying, "Listen, I need you to help me with something, and I can give you that 5 years you missed."
Or more, whatever it was. Yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden we see Scott Lang split in two, and then we also hear some dialogue where he says, none of us will win. Something like, even if we win, we both lose.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. This is like, it's interesting.
Oh no, the only way that I can stop you from winning is if we both lose.
Right.
Which means like I don't get the time I want back, and you don't get what you want.
Right. And we see Scott Lang go to fisticuffs with Kang, and we see him like Kang's just destroying him. And I'm like, part of me is like, oh God, this better not be the third act they're showing us, because
I don't think so. It might be the beginning of it, but I don't think it's the whole, like.
I really hope not. I
think there's going to be more, like. I think the third act might be other Kang arrives.
Yeah.
To kill this Kang.
I feel like this is a misdirect. This is going to happen in the first.
I think that's like the second act is him fighting the Kang, and that the movie we've seen version of Kang so far, and that there's gonna be another Kang that comes in that they have to team up together to try to defeat, and it ends up being the Kang from Loki, because that's supposedly the one in Loki is the final Kang.
Well, they're all Kangs. We don't know, but we.
You know what I mean? But I think that's like.
But we see.
Hinting at. And it says this is the beginning of a dynasty.
Yeah.
And then we already know they've announced Avengers' next movies are Kang Dynasty.
Yeah. So, this is the beginning of phase 5.
Yes. So this is like
the beginning of something good.
It's about to go down, as the kids would say.
We do see a glimpse of MODOK, which looks pretty cool.
Yes, not the Patton Oswalt version.
But that was a cartoon.
Yes.
That was very bad. It got canceled, so who cares?
Yes, thankfully. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this trailer, I am so hyped. This is coming on February. I'm so excited to have a Marvel movie in February again.
Speaking of Marvel Hulu shows, randomly, because you mentioned MODOK, have we heard anything about what's happening with Hitmonkey? Did that get canceled or what?
I don't know. It
was awesome.
It was, but I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah. Just randomly.
It could come back. It could come back.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. It wasn't on the list of cancellations I saw.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been mentioned at all.
Oh, I haven't heard a word about it since it came out.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Sudeikis did a good job.
But anyway, I think I think Marvel, I enjoy legacy characters. So going back to Ant-Man, I'm very excited for. I'm excited to see where this is going to take us. Will he collapse the universe? Will he collapse the multiverse and just close it? What will happen? What's going to be brought in, brought out? I don't know. I have so many questions. I don't want to see any more trailers. When's it come? Wait, when's
February
that?
17th, day before D&D.
So we're going to go on
that Thursday.
The Thursday.
Yeah, before D&D.
So the 16th.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is going to be
probably come on sale next week.
Yeah. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks away.
Yes.
Yeah, I am pumped. I'm ready to rock.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic. I don't want to see
the same week as Valentine's Day.
And Claire's
stuff going on. And Claire's birthday. Yeah. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's a very busy week.
Yeah.
I don't know. How are we gonna do it all?
I don't know. I'll have to figure out something. Maybe I have to clone myself at that point.
I know. Multiplicity.
Hang and see if you break me in half and give me two people do things.
It's not all on the same day.
No, I know. That's a lot in a week.
A lot in a week. I've had worse weeks. At least it's all enjoyable things, right?
Yes, that's true. Yes.
It's not like a funeral, a wedding.
Let's hope. Let's just say knocking on fake wood.
It's not like the things you hate going to.
Knocking multiple pieces of wood.
Yeah. I mean, it's
2023 is the new year.
Valentine's Day, your wife's birthday. We go see an awesome movie, and we have D&D.
D&D. That's a banner week.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
It's a week to look forward to.
And the weekend after that's East of the River.
And then on Sunday, you rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect week. Yeah.
I just want to get through this week first. It's not even worry about a month from now.
Yeah. 1 week at a time.
Not that age where I don't even worry about money. Well, that's too far ahead. Can't plan that far out.
Right.
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Well, Mark, next week, are you caught up with Willow?
Yes, I finished it.
Well, the show hasn't finished. So how did you finish it?
No, I mean I've caught up. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was about to say, I'm like, we'll
season finale is this Wednesday.
Yeah, thank God. I'm over the show, but I will give my review next week.
I am enjoying it.
It's going to be very different reviews on this show. I was over the show a long time ago. But we will talk at length about it next week. Finish Mythic Quest. We can talk about that next week.
Willow's not made for us, I think.
No, it's a teenager. It's a YA CW show that is so not made for. If I had a kid, great.
Yeah, if you had a teenage kid, like a preteen kid, even
as a 43-year-old man, this show is beyond cringe.
There's parts of it that are for that you could I enjoy, but there's also parts of it I don't need to sit through.
I was like, I need my lactate pills. This is so cheesy.
I've definitely used the fast forward button on some parts of the shows.
I am not going back for season 2. I doubt there will be season 2.
I'm sure there'll be a season 2.
I hope not.
Disney's not known for canceling things.
It's poorly reviewed and nobody's talking about it. So I can't imagine it will get a season.
I mean, they put out Avatar, so I mean, why wouldn't they do a season 2 of Willow?
Avatar's almost at 2 billion club. So
people voted for Trump. So what do you want?
That has nothing to do with that. Willow is a bad show.
Avatar's a bad movie.
Well, unlike that, you haven't seen Avatar 2, so you can't really.
I saw Avatar 1, and from every review I've read, most of the reviews I've read, you've pretty much seen the same movie. It just looks nicer.
All right. See, we're going. You're like, you just want to poke me on Avatar, which I don't really care. The topic at heart is Willow.
Yes,
and Willow is a bad show, in my opinion. I'm happy if you like it, or anybody
it
else.
has good parts.
In my opinion,
It's not a great show.
it's a garbage show.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
Great. Yeah, it
is so bad.
I equate Willow.
That when I watch it,
I equate the Willow show to the Star Wars prequels. They're fun because it's a story I enjoy from like when I was younger, but I'm not like super into it. But I'll watch it because it's like a franchise that I want to enjoy.
This show, well, I would have just stopped watching after episode 2 because there's much better television out there.
Oh, there is, but it's you know.
But I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing Willow season 2. I'll tell you that. I'm done.
Issue with this show. Before we get into the big picture,
we'll see.
I'm saying this really quick. This show would be light years better if Val Kilmer was able to be a part of it.
Oh, and they had better writers. They had better characters. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things the show could do better.
Yeah.
A lot. Like,
yeah.
It is, if I was a teenager, the show would be amazing because I wouldn't know any better. But as an adult,
you're leaning way too much into the teenagey stuff.
It's fantasy 101.
Yes.
And it's like CW. It's a CW show, like Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And that's great for people who like it. But for me, I would.
Brian goes to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I'll tell you something. I thought about that, but Buffy does it way better. I don't know what it is. Their characters talk like adults. Willow.
It gets worse. I will admit, Buffy gets worse as it goes on.
It could. But if I had to compare right now.
Like CWE wise, like it gets more schmaltzy the longer it goes.
Buffy, as right
like Michelle Trachtenberg character comes in, it's like, ugh.
Well, okay.
Painful.
As of right now, the first 3 episodes of Buffy are just way more entertaining and better. And I know it's cheesy.
Yeah.
Willow, that just came out this year, is like, I don't know. I have no attachment to any of these characters. I only like one, and that one character is barely in it now.
Yeah.
The show is just not for me. And I just don't like it. I'll watch the finale. We'll talk about it next week.
It'd be interesting to see how they like wrap up this season and make it so there would be a second season.
I read an article.
The way they set it up is that they kind of like set up the last episode like you could solve everything in this last episode and not have to do a second season.
I don't really care.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's like I don't think there's ever been mention of there being a second season.
I read an article in Den of Geek. There was an article basically saying that they're wrapping season 1 will end in a way that it could, if they got renewed for season 2, there will be an opening there for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not for me.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah. There's plenty of shows that aren't for us.
But I can't wait till it's over.
There's whole channels who aren't for us. So
the whole channel.
Whole genres of stuff that aren't for us.
Yeah. And Willow is one of them.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about it next week. Let's wrap it up, Mark. I know you got to.
I guess a Joaquin Phoenix trailer just dropped for some movie that he's going to be in.
Okay, well, I'll watch it.
John just put it in our chat. Beau is Afraid is the name of it.
I have to check it out.
Yeah.
As people are listening to us, they don't know who John is, nor are they.
I know John Francois.
Well, that trailer dropped. But anyway, let's skedoodle.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back next week.
We will be. Next week, we'll be talking Willow
Tuesday.
More than we did today. We're going to get deep into Willow next week.
Not very deep. With
Well, we're
Sack.
going to review this show. Review the whole show in
That's
depth.
very disturbing the way you said that too.
Well, like the topic of Willow.
Very deep into Willow.
Jeez. Take it. No, never mind. I'm not going to say the joke. But anyways, yes, moving on. So we'll be back next week. We'll talk Willow. We'll talk everything else that's going on. We'll actually talk about this trailer that just dropped from Joaquin Phoenix that we haven't seen yet because it just dropped before the show, during the show. So all that and more next week on the podcast. Thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook. We're also on the YouTube when Brian gets around to putting it on. So thank you, Brian, for doing that. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. And as always, be safe, be well, be kind.
Rewind.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.